Recorded Books presents Original, Unconventional, and Inconvenient, Donald J. Trump and His MAGA Movement, by Governor Bob Ehrlich, narrated by the author.
Preface. We all know life can be unpredictable, but I did not envision a fifth tome from yours truly. Truth be told, I believe Bet You Didn't See That One Coming would be my last literary effort. 4 books and hundreds of book signings over the last 8 years had grown a bit stale. I had simply experienced enough of the hustling and travel that is a fact of life for any author interested in hawking his wares. But the lifetime successes and tribulations of Donald J. Trump are far too interesting to leave alone. His focus on dominating the daily news cycle was truly unique. Few pundits thought such dominance possible, even for a president of the United States. Yet the commentators got it wrong, just the way they had since the very moment Donald J. Trump and Melania Trump descended that escalator at Trump Tower on June 16, 2015. Early morning tweets in prompt response to detractors of all stripes, or simply seeking to promote presidential initiatives, constituted never-missed fodder for the Trump-loving and Trump-hating media. Both pro and con pundits were compelled to cover and comment on the latest from Mr. Trump, thereby doing precisely what he wanted them to do. That he reportedly watched the fruits of his labor on the cable news networks is yet one more indication that this president brought a truly unique approach to the job. Most Americans followed along for the daily ride. They just couldn't help themselves, and it sure beat late-night replays of SportsCenter. Introduction. How we got here, a brief review. A proposed superhighway to an Americanized version of socialism light was put in place by the Obama administration from 2008 until the latter part of 2016, at which point a Johnny-come-lately edition of a progressive successor was scheduled to complete the transformation. The presumed fact that Hillary Clinton would become the first female president only added to the anticipation. But the celebrity reality show host Donald Trump would appear out of nowhere and spoil the party. Seemed Flyover America had a belly full of resentment, contrary to popular belief on both coasts and within the mainstream media. That Mr. Trump would campaign and govern as the second coming of Ronald Reagan, for the most part, added insult to injury, but also may have changed the tone, tenor, and expectations that go hand in hand with the country's highest office. Alas, a grievance-filled resistance immediately formed. A frustrated media joined the fray. For these groups, Trump the president was unacceptable. He was counterfeit. He could not last. He lacked discipline, intellect, and preparation. His preferred method of communication was Twitter. After all, who other than he would conduct government by tweet? Who other than he would so disrespect the long-tenured establishments of both parties? Who other than he would duly circumvent the self-appointed gods of our cultural and political values? In response, establishment types from both major parties would spend the next 4 years, including only the 3rd and 4th presidential impeachments in U.S. history, attempting to convince us that he simply was not up for the job. Mostly, though, he was not sociologically correct. Perhaps this last charge best sums up the left's problem with our 45th president. They, approximately half of the country, saw an imposter, Nancy Pelosi's term, with incredibly rough edges, who had the temerity to hijack a political party, and then the country. But the other half saw a renegade dealmaker and unapologetic patriot intent on restoring America's mojo, getting America to win again, while restoring the notion that we should want to win again. The Trump presidency will produce volumes of critical histories. Such is the byproduct of an unanticipated political force and the historic movement it generated.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?